and let's bring in Prosper Trading Academy CEO Scott Bauer. Scott, I believe you are joining us from the CME. We're watching the price of oil, but to put this in context, back when the Iranians and their proxies attacked the Saudi facility, the Aramco facility in September, oil, at least West Texas Intermediate, shot up to around $60 a barrel, but it didn't stay there very long, then it came back. Do you expect us to pull back from where we are right now? We're at 63 bucks and some change.
You know, it's a little bit different right now, Adam. And as the senator was just talking about, this attack is different. And you know, the attack that we've seen earlier, we didn't expect maybe some pushback or some follow through. This one could last a little longer. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see oil remain up here. Though when you break it down, if you remove, the geopolitical risk out of the equation here, fundamentally, I still see some major headwinds in the oil space. So if I'm looking at it from two different sides here, as an investment, I would probably want to take the short side. As a trade, I'd want to stay long it.
And so now, I guess, what are you watching for now in the coming days to figure out which of those bets is correct?
Well, Julie, if you look at this and everyone's waiting for what's going to happen next. Everyone is waiting for the reprise from Iran. So I think that inherently is going to keep the price of oil at least stable. I don't think we get a spike from here unless, God forbid, there's another big attack somewhere. So, in the short run here, I'd probably, as a trade, I'd probably buy some upside calls here in the option market because you're completely defining your risk. But overall here, if we got, a little bit further pop in West Texas up towards 65, I'd have to short those futures there.
Hey, Scott, doesn't all this geopolitical stuff not matter as much for oil anymore just because we're not as reliant on oil as we once were? And of course, the U.S. is producing really more oil than any other country.
So you're absolutely right in terms of the fundamentals. And I think that's why we're not seeing as big of an overreaction as we would have, say, 18 months ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago. If we would have seen an attack like this, we probably would have seen a 5% or greater spike. So, the market has gotten a little immune to it. The market, I don't want to say it's like the little boy that cried wolf. It's not at all. This is extremely important, extremely serious. But you're right. The oil flow is still going to be there. The question becomes, in terms really more so for Brent than West Texas, is the Strait of Hormuz going to get attacked? Is that going to get shut down? So I think there's probably a little bit more volatility in Brent than there might be in West Texas.
All right. Prosper Trading Academy CEO Scott Bauer, good to see you. Thank you for joining us.
You as well.